I just received a robe as a Christmas gift, and my God, how have I been living without one? It feels like a blanket is hugging you. Needless to say, I haven't gotten dressed today. Is that needless to say? However, I have a couple of friends coming by to hang out and watch a movie in a short while. My inclination is to put on real clothes, but then I thought, maybe this is fine. First, is it my place? It's my place they're coming to. It's not like I'm walking in someone's house in pajamas. Secondly, this is very much a let's watch a movie and chill, not let's have a serious conversation about life hangout. Third, maybe I zig when they expect me to zag. Anyhow, I'll definitely have gone for it by the time you even see this email. But maybe you'll be able to advise me for future situations like this. Pajama party in Portland.
Yo, so many variables, huh? Because you're wearing pants under that bad boy, right? Because if not, you can't entertain folks. It doesn't seem like that's good to have that happen to them.
It's very robe dependent, isn't it? I mean, I feel like if you show up if I show up to a party and the host is wearing a silken robe, perhaps one that's heavily ornamented with some sorts of with embroidery, perhaps.
Like a half there, like a full half.
Like a half kind of vibe, but like cool. So like if they did that, I think I would feel like this is gonna pop off. Like this is gonna be ribbled to the max. I don't know that I would feel that way if it was like just like Garfield popping up from a pocket. It's like, I hate Mondays, so I'm staying in my robe. And his robe was like, had like lots of knits on it.
Oh shit.
Well, yeah.
And like,
mustard
and
stain,
fucking
just
lasagna.
covered in Cheetos.
Just lasagna stains on it to continue the Garfield sort of metaphor.
Yeah,
and
kinda
also
Garfield
it would have like a big streak of Odie's shit.
This is despicable.
Yeah,
It's
saying? Like,
just soaked
robe.
in John's tears.
It's robe dependent, I think.
Well, I think the problem is you run the risk of your friends showing up and you giving off the vibe of like, I don't want you here. I wish you weren't here.
Yeah, exactly.
I'd rather just be laying around in my robe. Like, you're really imposing.
You want one that says, "Welcome to my boudoir." Like, that's what you want.
No, I don't think you want, no.
Maybe in bright flashing letters.
What the fuck is both of you talking about? Justin especially. This was my main red flag that went up when this question was asked, which is like, you don't want your friends to think you're trying to get them down into the fucking grotto to get weird on them.
Especially when you use the phrase, watch a movie and chill. There are connotations to that these days.
Yeah. For some reason, the millennials have taken that from us, and now it means to do sex stuff while Orange is the New Black plays in the background.
Not sex. It doesn't have to be sex stuff.
You just said the boudoir. What the fuck else does that mean?
I meant to say bungalow. That's the problem. Welcome to my bungalow.
Now we're getting somewhere.
Now
Welcome
we're
to my
unpacking
habitation. I think what I'm saying is, I don't think like sex stuff. I feel like if I show up and the host is in a robe and they have like nice slippers, like, you know what I mean? Like nice, then it's the kind of party where maybe some sorts of drugs that would have no way of procuring otherwise might be exchanged, and they'd be like in a tea, and it would be like so chill. You know, like it's that kind of scene.
When was the last time you went to somebody else's house, Justin? That was not related to me. It's been a minute, huh?
It's been a minute.
Here's my advice. I would say that this is perfectly acceptable on the condition that ahead of time you make these plans with your friends, like, hey, let's have a super chill day where we all like just hang out in pajamas and robes and like just like watch cartoons or whatever. Because I think that that's fine. But if they show up and they're like dressed, you know, like they're going out and hanging out and doing an event, and they show up and you're in pajamas and robe, then it's weird. But if everybody's having like a Saturday morning cartoon hangout, like, let's just be chill, maybe naps will happen and we won't have to like end the party just because I want to take a nap. That's fine. You just have to establish that vibe beforehand.
You also got to be careful what you're signaling, not to other people, but to yourself, right? Like, if you put on a robe, part of the reason that feels so luxurious is the supposition that you now can't do anything. Like, nothing can be expected of me. I'm wearing this robe. Like, the world's got to take a back seat. If you start wearing a robe and then going about your day to day, one, you're going to lose the power of that connotation. You're going to think like, oh, a robe, I'm wearing a robe. This is what I do my taxes in. Like, that's not going to be luxurious or pleasant for you at all.
You're going to need an assortment of robes. You're going to need your tax robe, your laying around robe, your time to make the donuts robe.
So you're suggesting that this person do it sort of in the Japanese style, with a formal kimono and a semi-formal kimono, and then one that you wear to funerals.
Yep. That's exactly what I'm saying.
Do you guys want a Yahoo?
I can't podcast in sweatpants.
What?
I can't podcast in sweatpants. I think sweatpants is robe adjacent. I can't podcast. If you've ever heard me on a podcast, like 99.9% of the time, almost without fail.
Just pants?
Unless my jeans were in the wash. I cannot podcast or do any work in sweatpants. It's always jeans. I'm wearing jeans right now. Always jeans. Can't do it in sweatpants.
That's insane.
My body can't make the connections.
You're on that Elizabeth Gilbert tip. She came to our podcast and told us not to wear sweatpants when we podcasted. And Elizabeth, I'm very sorry. You are a bastion of great advice, but it's 10:44 a.m. and I need to do me. I need to do me, Elizabeth.
I work out of my home. I have to keep the lines clear. I have to make those lines clear. I can't do it. And I think a robe might be kind of the same thing. I don't know.
It's definitely the same thing. This person referred to it as a blanket that you wear. That is not work time stuff.
It's not socialization time for sure.
You don't want, but what I'm saying is, if it is a robe hangout, if that's the event you are, like I did this with my friends on Christmas, like come over, we're going to watch Christmas movies and hang out in our pajamas and eat Christmas cookies. Like, cool, but not like hey, every time we hang out from now on, get used to this robe because you'll always be seeing it forever. This is me now.
Here's a good measuring stick. Imagine you open the door in a t-shirt and jeans, and then at about an hour in, you leave the room and return in a robe. Try to think about the signal that would send, because I think that might make it a little clearer, right? Sure. Like, if I said somebody does that to me, I think, we should go. That's very passive aggressive, but you want us to go. We should go now.